Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday, November the 9th, number 25, our 25th day in a row of getting up and, getting a video posted. I'll tell you up front, got up late. I'm kind of in a foul mood. And so I'm just going to work through this and we're going to work through this together. So, man, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that, I'm thankful that I'm not in a great mood today. To start, right? I'm thankful that I woke up upset with myself, a little disappointed that I didn't get as much accomplished yesterday as I wanted to. However, I would tell you that as I sat and reflected on my day yesterday, I had three pretty intense conversations. One was about me and my journey, and two were about other people's journeys. And so while I didn't get as many things done as I wanted to professionally, I still have today, and today is finishing Friday, that we get to finish what we started before we call it a week. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I got to have those conversations because one of them, a good friend of mine. I would consider him a good friend, somebody that we don't connect as often as we would like, but that's life. And this guy's super talented. I told him yesterday, he's got an I am problem, right? Like when we sat down and talked, the first, 20 minutes was him telling me all the things that were wrong with him. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear about all the things that are wrong with you. You know that. You don't need to advertise that. How about we talk about all the things you're great at, right? And so, again, just things I've picked up along the way. And then, I had another conversation with somebody who thanked me for doing this. And again, it's a little uncomfortable for me to hear that because, this is so simple, right? Just get my ass up, talk here for a couple minutes, tell you the truth about where I'm at in my journey, tell you that there are days that I don't want to get up. There are days that I don't want to do this. There are days that I don't want to focus on what I'm thankful for. What I want to do is I want to stay in bed and feel sorry for myself and say, I can turn it on later. But you know what? That's what got us here. So if we want something more, we're going to have to give more. So I got up, fought it. And here we are. So before we go any further, I got a public service announcement. Screech is one of the people that I talked to yesterday. And it's interesting to me that the way I'm approaching this of a better life is a desire, like we talked about yesterday, a thirst. It's like the itch you can't scratch, right? Like I want more. And so to me, it's more of a chase. Whereas there's several people that I know in my circle that it's fear that drives them. It's the fear of ending up poor or the fear of, not having a job and whatever works, right? I was watching a video this morning of where the Los Angeles Lakers hired The Rock to come and address their basketball team. The Lakers hired The Rock to come and inspire their football team. And he kept saying all along, he's like, all I can tell you is what works for me. You've got to figure out what works for you. You got to figure it out. So anyway, it was just interesting to have that conversation with Screech yesterday, because he watches these videos and he's a lot different than I am. And, we agreed his job is to, he is keeping an eye on me as a friend to make sure that the guardrails are up and that I don't get off track. And, he's worried about me. He's my friend. I get it. I love you. Love you, Screech. Thanks for calling, bro. Seriously. And thanks for continuously providing me feedback. That's what will make us better. So I guess the message to myself this morning, because yesterday when I was having a shit day, I was able to look through all of these, 25 different, cards like this and what I've written down, and just, it helps. And then I can watch the videos and I can reflect back to, last time I felt like this, how did it go? Because every day, you're not going to wake up every day and just want to kill. Those are the days that we especially have to have discipline, and we have to power through it, and we have to finish. Again, I'm talking to myself and I'm letting you watch, right? So embrace it. My boy, the Quan, says, embrace the weakness, Rob. Whatever it is, embrace the weakness. Go give it a big hug. I love you. You're what is going to make me better because I am going to overcome you. And then you got to figure out how to leverage that in your mind. right? Think about that, the concept of leverage, right? If you've got something over here that you want to move, you got to figure out how you're going to leverage it to get it over here. And we have to do that in our mind. And it's not easy, right? So in my mind, I just keep thinking again, and this was something that The Rock talked about. Remember the bad times. Remember the times when you were at your lowest, you were at your worst, and you're just like, oh my God, I got to change. I got to make, this has to stop. And think about that and say, you want that or you want that? And that's better. And for you to get there, Rob, you got to get your ass up. You got to quit feeling sorry for yourself. You got to quit making excuses. Stop procrastinating. We got to go right now. So, I don't know if that helps you out or not. I hope it does, right? If nothing else, I hope I can entertain you. Dance for you. Hey, can we talk about that for a minute? A lot of the things I talk about in here have, the conversation started in a church service, right? This isn't church. I'm not a preacher, but some of the things we're going to talk about are things that started in church. And one of them is that, I grew up in this really strict, it was very legalistic. It was like Footloose. That's how I went to church when I was a kid. No rock and roll, no dancing, just anything. It was like no fun. And so as I grew up, that was kind of the advent of the modern church, right? With the rock band and the drums and people dancing and all this. And I started noticing people doing things with their hands, right? Like nobody ever did that stuff in the church I went to. Everybody sat there, very quietly. Every once in a while you had somebody who was demonstrative who would throw out an amen. Amen, brother. Amen. Preach. Well, I often joke like on Ricky Bobby, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like when I'm dancing, because like I didn't dance during my formative years. I'm figuring this shit out in my 40s with my kids who like to dance. And I don't know what to do with my hands. So I go this way. I feel more comfortable like this, right? Anyway, just silliness. So figure it out, man. You got to figure it out. Just like I got to figure out, you got to figure out. I can't tell you what works for you because only you can decide what works for you, whether that's fear, whether that's retail, whether you want more stuff, whether it's about your legacy. That's what it is with me, right? It's my legacy. The legacy I leave behind that my children are going to have to either embrace or defend. I don't want my kids to be like, oh yeah, my dad, he was that crazy guy who had a bunch of great ideas but didn't do shit. He made some videos that were kind of like, no. I want them to be proud of the fact that I'm their dad, and I want to set the bar really effing high so that they're like, man, that's high, but I'm pretty sure I can get past that. And then give them the tools so that they can do it on their own. So that when they're 48 years old, they're not trying to figure this shit out on their own. All right. I think I'm done for the day. Number 25. That's Barry Bonds' number. Greatest hitter of my lifetime. I wasn't around to see Ted Williams. You can give me Manny. I mean, seriously, like you think Manny's better than Barry Bonds? No thanks. Both of them, PED ties. Like, let's just take that off the table. Everybody did PEDs. Those who didn't, just whatever. Barry Bonds for my money, right? BLB, love you. Appreciate everything you did. Kind of a dick sometimes, but that's cool. You're the one that's got to live with that, and your kids do too. Just saying. So with that, we're going to close. Hands up. Peace out. We're better together. Figure it out. Finish what you started today, Rob. Get your work done. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.